What's up everyone, RyFX here. Today I'm going to show you the Club Nintendo Wii Super Famicom or slash Super NES Classic Controller. This is a Club Nintendo exclusive. You had to use points or I believe stars in Japan. This came out exclusively in Japan. That's why it says Super Famicom up on the top there, and there's some other areas of the controller that I'll explain later that tells you this is the based off the Japan version of the Super NES. So let's get to the front of the box. It says Wii Super Famicom Classic Controller. Then it has a Super Famicom logo over here. Then under there it says in Japanese. Has a gray box to it. You have your clear little window here. Shows the controller. On Nintendo down there. Go to the side. And then it says Nintendo Wii Super Famicom Classic Controller. Again, then you have the logo there. Then you have the back. Shows you how to connect it pretty much. Connects to your Wiimote, and then you're ready to go. Now here it says pretty much the same thing as the other side, just in red. And here it says pretty much the same thing. And it just shows that it connects to the Wiimote. And just so you know, this also works with the Wii U. It's the same thing as a classic controller. And then here is the bottom. Just says Club Nintendo and Nintendo stuff. And that is it for that. Let's get this guy open. Opens here. Pull this out with your finger. And ta-da. It says, thank you for playing Super Famicom, or Super NES in the States. Let's see, nothing really there. Open it like this, and here's your cord, and the controller. See, you have little instructions here, which I can't read at all, unfortunately. But yeah, it's just up there all folded. That's cool. Here's your cord. It's pretty short. Of course, it's meant to go in your Wii or Wii U Wiimote. And yeah, this is basically a classic controller, just without the thumbsticks, as well as missing the triggers. So you have your R and L buttons up here, and then you have Nintendo Super Famicom, the logo there. So yeah, you can tell right there it's Japanese, or else it would be saying Super NES for us in the States. You have the nice big D-pad, select and start, and then you have these color buttons here. In the States you had purple. They were all purple. And I believe it was either the B or A or the Y and X buttons that were indented. These are all rounded. As you can see, there's no indentation to them. And it's very simple. It feels like what I remember feeling from the Super NES. I never had a Super NES. A neighbor of mine had one, and we would play Sega Genesis on mine, and then when we wanted to play Super NES, we would go to his house and play over there. So yeah, that's cool. Let me bring it a little bit closer, which I should have done in the first place. Very nice matte finish to it. And here's the back. It says Nintendo Wii, and it uses those tri-wing screws in the back. Here's the top. And then here's what it looks like connected to the Wii remotes. This is how it connects. Real simple. Now, to do some explaining, this does get detected as a classic controller, just without the thumbsticks and those triggers at the bottom. This is really meant to play your old virtual console games, pretty much from the NES area and Super NES area, or those virtual console games that that just really rely on the D-pad and just your A, B, X, Y, and and your L and R. If the game has has thumbsticks, you're gonna have some problems. It's gonna detect this, like, if it's gonna work, but then what happens is, well, say if you need to move using your thumbsticks, well, you're just not gonna have the ability to move. It's gonna act like this is gonna work at first, but then you figure out you can't move. So that's the problem with this thing. You have to be expecting to play just Mario or something like that uses just the D-pad, really. I tried several games with this just to see if it will work with something else. I even tried Smash Brothers with this, the Wii U version of Smash Brothers, I mean. And yeah, when I would try to use this, it looked like it was gonna work. I got through the menus, picked my character, everything like that. I selected the stage, I got ready to go, and when I went into the game, yeah, I could not move my character at all, because since it detects it as a classic controller, all my D-pad was doing was doing taunts, and I couldn't move the character at all. I could use my A, B, X, Y, and all that stuff, but I could not move. And yeah, this was useless in Smash Brothers. So yeah, that's the sad thing about it. So if you plan on, this is really just meant for nostalgia, and having that NES controller feel in your hands, just to play old Mario games or whatever that's on the virtual console. This will work for your Wii and Wii U. It works just fine for those games. So yeah, this thing runs at a pretty hefty price tag, between $40 to $70 if you're looking like on eBay or something. So yeah, it's pretty expensive for very limited use. If it were up to me, it's really just nostalgia, or you're just simply collecting. This is really all it is, because you have everything here on a regular classic controller and then some. So yeah, so if you have some hopes or whatever to use it for Smash Brothers or something, yeah, you're out of luck. So if you're doing that, I recommend just sticking with the classic regular classic controller. So yeah, so just for purely nostalgia here, or collecting. So that is the Wii Super Famicom Classic Controller. And yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you for watching my videos, and I really appreciate it. Bye guys.
if you enjoyed that video. Please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. You have 5 seconds to comply. 4, 3, 2, 1.